Hi guys, it's Marty here, and in this video we're going to be covering how to add a WordPress site to Google's Search Console. So how to connect our WordPress website to Google's Search Console, which is a set of tools created by Google to help us with our website's SEO. But before we can start using these tools, we need to set up our account and link it to our website. So to get started, we need to open up Google Search Console. And you can do this by visiting the URL on screen, or you can click the link in the description of this video. Then once we get here, we're going to click Start Now in the middle, and then log into our Google account if we haven't already. And once we're logged in, we'll be brought to a page that looks like this. And at this point, we're going to open up our WordPress website in a new tab and visit the home page. Then we're going to right-click at the top and copy the URL. Then once we have it copied, we're going to go back to Google Search Console and paste it into this box on the right labeled URL prefix. So we just need to paste our URL in here and then click Continue. At this point, if you already have Google Analytics connected to your Google account, your website might be auto-verified, and if it is, you can skip over the rest of this tutorial. Or if not, we just need to click into HTML tag, and this will give us the code we need to add to our website. And we can see here it says, copy the meta tag below and paste it into your site's homepage. It should go in the head section before the first body section. Normally this would require editing our theme's code, which can be a little tricky. So instead, we're going to install a free plugin to make it a bit easier. So we're going to go back to our WordPress site and visit the dashboard. Then we're going to hover over Plugins on the left and click Add Plugin. Now in the search bar in the top right, we're going to type Insert Headers. Then when it shows up, this is the one we're looking for here, Insert Headers and Footers. So we just need to click Install Now, give it a few seconds to install, and then click Activate. Then once the plugin is active on our site, we're going to hover over Settings on the left and click into WP Headers and Footers. And here we'll see we have three new boxes. So we have Scripts in Header, Scripts in Body, and Scripts in Footer. And we need this one at the top for Google Search Console. And we can see here it says these scripts will be printed in the head section, which means the header section of our theme's code. So once we have this page open, we're going to go back to Google Search Console and click Copy on the right beside the code. Then once we have it copied, we're going to go back to our WordPress website and paste the code in here. And if you already have this plugin installed, or you're using a similar plugin to add the code, we can just take a new line under any previous code and paste it in underneath. Then we just need to scroll down to the bottom and click Save Changes. Then once it's been saved, we can go back to Google Search Console and we're going to click here where it says Verify. And as long as everything went to plan, we should get a message saying Ownership Verified. And we can see here it says, to stay verified, don't remove the meta tag from your site's homepage. So we just need to make sure we keep this code on our website. And once we get this message, we can click Go to Property. And this will bring us straight into the Search Console dashboard for our website. Now, it won't really show much right away, and we can see here at the bottom it says, Processing data, please check back in a day or so. So that's us now at the end, and that was how to add our WordPress website to Google Search Console. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like here on YouTube to show your support, and consider subscribing to the channel for more WordPress tutorials like this. Once again, my name's Marty from letsbuildwp.com, and thank you for watching.